What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Roxora, and here we're doing another Lorcana gameplay video featuring a new deck that hoping is more playable than it was in the previous set. And yeah, before we get into the actual deck list, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff really helps me out, and definitely going to be doing a lot of Lorcana deck showcases with the new set 6 now that it's here. So yeah, set 6, it's here. Already got I got my enchanted. I pulled an enchanted Yzma from the box, so that's pretty spicy. Got some other cards here and there, and definitely looking at some potential brews. This was a deck that was kind of fringe playable in set 5, but not really. People watch some of the other creators like Speci. They tried to make a Robin Hood deck work. Hasn't quite, but yeah. So this is the I made a funny name for it, but this is the Emerald Ruby kind of actions matter strategy here. So again, really kind of based around Robin Hood Sharpshooter. When it quests, you look at the top 4 cards, you get an action that costs 6 or less, play for free, and the rest go into your discard. So a very interesting card that kind of quests, gets to quests, but also you get to play an action in the same turn. Obviously a little bit randomized. So yeah, the big issue with this card is right now there's not a lot of really powerful 6-cost actions to play. We have exactly 2 in this deck. We have one that costs 5, one that costs 6, and that's fairly low for a card that only looks at the top 4 and is also a fairly conditional card. Yeah, we'll get into the actions here, but yeah, so really this deck just kind of looks like a mediocre Emerald deck when it's not playing Robin Hood. And when it is, it's obviously pretty good if Robin Hood lands and hits and does the thing. So kind of needing another thing that to kind of synergize with it. Obviously, you have the Ursula, you have the Prince John discard package, so you can like Robin Hood and Hypnotize, as we'll talk about. But now we have the new Maui Half Shark, which is quite a powerful card. A lot of things, a lot of text on this card, a lot of power put into this card. But there's a lot of questions about how good this card is. So Maui Half Shark here, Storyborn Hero Deity, 6-cost, inkable, 7/5/1. It's got evasive, and when it challenges another character, you get an action from your discard to your hand. So already you can kind of see the natural synergy with Robin Hood as it fills up your graveyard and plays actions. Maui here can get it back, but the wayfinding ability here of whenever you play an action, you gain 1 more is also a huge boon to this deck. Obviously, Maui by itself, if it lands and you can kind of continue to keep it on the board, is just going to generate so much value. Challenging, getting back in action, playing that action, and getting you lore, just kind of doing of various amounts of things in one, right? Like good at challenging and staying alive because it's big and it's evasive, right? So it's gonna take out stuff. As it's taking out stuff, it's gonna give you back cards, and then as you are deploying those cards, you are now getting closer and closer to winning the game. So yeah, we have these standard kind of cards that you'd expect to see, and kind of this package, really not fiddling too much with the existing shell, just kind of tacking on the Maui plus the thievery here, as we'll talk about. So at the Curse Merfolk and the Flynn Riders here as aggressive questers that also synergize with Prince John. Prince John, since the last set and since the banning of Bucky, making a big comeback, as again, Ward is just a disgusting keyword, and making your opponent discard cards while drawing you cards is inherently just a really powerful way to win the game. So yeah, Prince John being very powerful still. And of course, along with it, Diablo Devoted Herald. There's been discussions about whether this card deserves a ban. Again, I'm not going to get into it. I could make a video about it, but I've seen a lot of people do it already, and I'm not going to get into that discussion. But while it's here, we're definitely going to play it. So yeah, and then we got the Ursulas here. So Ursula Deceiver, way to kind of scope out what your opponent is doing, kind of like Diablo, but also nab some potential threats to your Diablos or your Robin Hoods. This card's just way too good not to play. And then Ursula Deceiver of All, a little bit of a clunky card in this deck, as there's only one card in the deck that it can sing naturally in the Sudden Chill. But there is some cool stuff that it can do with Pirate's Life, as I know from if you saw the last video, the Sing Together mechanic with Ursula works really, really well. So if you have Ursula and you have Pirate's Life, you could potentially get a big lore swing off of that. So only 3 copies here. Again, the Ursula is a powerful card when it works, but sometimes it can be difficult to get off. And then of course the Maui's here at the top end, still good to run the Hero of All to kind of contest the board. And then again, we're going to try out the Maui Half Shark here. Down in our kind of non-character card slots, we obviously are running the Brawls to interact with other Diablos, Hypnotize to kind of again fuel our Prince Johns here. And also a very good hit off of Robin Hood, right? A Robin Hood, when it quests and hits Hypnotize, is essentially giving you 2 cards, right? It's removing a card from your opponent and drawing you a card. We're trying out the new Thievery. Chosen opponent loses 1 lore and you gain 1 lore, all for the cost of 1. So potentially a 2 lore swing, right? But for the cost of 1, which could be pretty powerful. And it is inkable, but is a little bit underwhelming as a hit off of Robin Hood, obviously, and so kind of wanting to keep the action count for your Diablos and Maui's high, but also wanting to keep the hits for Robin Hood high as well. So tough balancing act there. So again, trying out 3 copies, seeing if this even fits. But yeah, definitely want to keep the action count high. And then we have our 2 best hits off of either Robin Hood or Maui. And we don't talk about Bruno and Pirate's Life. We don't talk about Bruno, one of the better interaction cards for Emerald. Just getting to bounce something and potentially remove it unconditionally if our opponent's hand is empty, but also otherwise just kind of bouncing it, getting a different card from their hand and kind of getting a powerful tempo play. And then Pirate's Life, as I mentioned, again, just these are fine to run as they are just inkable. They're pretty easy to, if you just want to discard them to Diablo. And then we have the Hidden Cove as just a way to protect the Diablos and some of our lower strength characters, lower statted characters here. I mentioned the Pirate's Life as well. One of the things that I think is interesting is that the inking decisions and the Diablo shift considerations are actually fairly tough in this deck, because while the early actions like the Thievery and the Brawls and the Sudden Chills might be good to keep in the early game, the more expensive actions are actually better in the late game to grab back with Maui. So there's a question of, do you discard your Pirate's Life on turn 1, or do you ink it, or do you discard it later to Diablo? What is the decision making there? So very interesting that you kind of care about your discard now. It's cool that is a thing to consider. So hopefully going to be paying attention to that in the games here. So. All right, we're going to be playing again on Lorcanito, just in the casual ladder. Again, I don't think I want to do best of 3 matches with the game or the meta in the current state that it is. And also just try to test out the deck against a larger variety of opponents. So, yeah, let's check out these games. All right, here's our starting hand, and we're going to get rid of these Ursula Deceivers. I don't actually know how good those are going to perform in the deck. I guess I'll keep an action here, and then I'm actually going to put away the Robin Hood to try and find again the Diablo line, since we have this Ursula here to protect it, and then maybe we follow it up with a Flynn. So hopefully one of these 3 draws is a Diablo. It was not. But that's all right. We can ink the Maui and just pass here. I could play. I think I'm going to play one of these Ursulas just to scope out what my opponent is doing. Tipo and Popsicle, sure. All right. There's another Maui. I kind of want to keep that one in the hand. So yeah, I'm going to ink one Ursula and play the other one. We get to take Be Prepared, and then we get to see Hiram, Lucky Dime, Oswald, Sisu, Hiram, and Popsicle. Okay, so they don't, I don't believe they have turn 2 ramp. They are probably going to have to play Oswald, and yeah, that's good with me. Cool. All right, there's another Ursula. That's good that we get to ink that. Let's play Diablo and Quest. Hmm. All right, so they're playing a Popsicle. What else are they doing? We know they have a Hiram, so that's also something that I'm thinking about. Ice Block, okay. Interesting. They are questing with their Oswald, I assume because they know they don't have a... Okay, that's interesting. I guess I'll just quest. So I think I'm gonna ink the Pirate's Life at this point. It's just unlikely again that I really play it. I think I would rather have the We Don't Talk About Bruno. And they'll play the Robin Hood, and that'll put me in a good position here. All right, there's our ink for next turn, so that's nice. And yeah, this is the issue with Oswald, right? Is I know people were very hype on it in the beginning. What is this? Sail the Azurite Sea. Awesome. We get to draw another card off of Diablo. So love that. Ink the Half Shark. What did we draw? Oh, we draw Curse Merfolk. All right. I think we're just going to quest with Robin Hood first. We get the Hypnotize. That's nice value. I still don't see what I draw. I guess it was a Half Shark. Where do I see that? All right, well, we're gonna ink. We have 5 ink. Yeah, I think this Diablo is pretty lackluster. I guess we could see what's in their hand, but I think we know they're gonna play Hero next turn, so we can just play our guys and then just quest out. All right, this can't quest. Yeah, cool. Draw another Sudden Chill. Or, sorry, draw a Sudden Chill. I don't think we've had... No, we draw another one. We've had Ice Block. Okay. There's the Sisu to take out the Diablo. Okay. Okay, so that's definitely what they were planning to play here. Yeah, but again, I think they are just way too far behind. So, yeah, cool. And there you see just the power of just the early Diablo followed into the Robin Hood. All right, here we are for the mulligan. We're gonna put away all these thieveries. I don't know how I'm feeling about these thieveries. Definitely want to brawl, maybe a sudden chill, and then actually, yeah, let's just have a sudden chill and just go with that. Let's see what we get. Yeah, this looks a little bit better. This looks fine. So we're probably gonna have to ink the Maui, and then play. Oh, I don't know. I guess nothing on turn 2. That's a little bit unfortunate. But hopefully making use of Prince Ursula into Prince John. Pass after that. All right, so Inca Goat. So some form of Amethyst mid-range. Befuddle. Well, now I know we're playing on turn 2. Very interesting. Right, there's the Robin Hood. So yeah, Ink the Brawl. Play the Merfolk. Pass the turn. Hoping to draw at least, I mean, hopefully an inkable card at the very least, so that we can ink that card and play Ursula. Inking bosses on a roll. Very interesting. Is this the Amethyst, Emerald? Like, there's been a bounce deck that I've seen floating around. What are they playing here? Playing another Befuddle. Okay. Are they playing like another one cost? No, just that. Okay. So he didn't draw an Inkable. I guess we're just gonna play the Sudden Chill and the Ursula and go with that. So hoping that whatever they have is not disrupting our Ursula, so that we can do that. Inking, so some kind of amethyst, amber. I have no idea. Oh, okay. So it's some kind of aggro deck, but I guess they just had a more reactive early game. I don't know. So Lilo here, and then Gathering of Knowledge and Wisdom. But now we're gonna get to really eviscerate their hand. So we get to play Prince John and then sing Sudden Chill. All right, so we'll go, and that's probably what we're inking. All right, so let's play Prince John, sing with Ursula. So resolve this effect. Gonna repeat this with Sudden Chill. And then we'll have 2 draws from Prince John. So I think they discarded, well, they had a bunch of those. So that's kind of why that card can kind of be a little rough. So now what do we do? Well, now we just ink a card and play. Yeah, I think we're just going to ink Ursula and play the Cursed Merfolk. And bam. And this is going to be cool next turn where we can play Pirate's Life. So even if they quest with this, I think we're just going to do that. And kind of counteract most of their turn. Chromicon. Okay. Yep. So I will indeed draw a card. And then I believe they get to choose. Yes. Yeah. I believe that's what they're choosing. Presumably they're going to choose yes. Yep, so they go ahead and quest with their Lilo. Do they do anything else? They ink anything, play anything? Okay, we drew Brawl. That's pretty good, actually. But I don't know if we're playing that now. We're going to sync together and do both of these. And then Ursula is once again gonna do the thing. They go down to 0 lore. We go up to 4 lore. So very, very strong turn for us. Kind of good kind of swing. play the Prince John. I think once again we're going to ink the Ursula. Could play the Hypnotize, but yeah, I think we're just going to quest and then pass off the turn here. So once again, they can go ahead and quest for 2, but again, that we've already kind of gotten ahead. I don't expect the Ursula Deceiver to do a lot more after this. So yeah, we'll go ahead and draw. We draw another Diablo. They skipped the effect? It says they skipped the effect. And yeah, they didn't actually draw a card, it looks like. I think they might have, again, people are still figuring out how to use this, so it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, they quest for 2. They have something good to play. They have the blue. I see. All right. That's not bad. They ink Wendy. All right. And I think they'll be passing back to us in a moment. We have all the Diablos that we want. So here we're going to quest. There's the Pirate's Life. Unfortunately, we put a Maui into our discard. But yeah, definitely gonna go ahead and play that. We get to brawl. Yeah, we get to brawl the Baloo. They get their 2 lure, but we get to challenge into... Whoops. Alright, well, that's rough. I hit quest, I meant challenge. I guess I'll just go ahead and quest with everything. Because we're up to 15 already. And they just ink a Hypnotize and play Diablo. Yeah, I guess we're kind of already done with this game. Tiana. Oh, they're trying out Tiana, which is kind of cool. Yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna draw, but again, it doesn't matter. Hopefully I hope our opponent figures out how to effectively resolve this. Just hit this. Just don't hit. There should be like a skip down below. Just don't do that. Or escape. I guess escape. There's also this option. There we go. You did it. Figured it out. Yeah, it was rough that their first couple of plays were just disruptive effects. The befuddle. There's the new Diablo. All right, so they've inked, they've quested. Yeah, they're out of actions, and that should be it. But interesting try. I mean, like the blue plus the Tiana is kind of interesting, and they definitely have enough inkables, right? They went up to 5 ink, so that's probably fine. All right, man, we were really good at winning these die rolls. All right, so we're gonna put back a Prince John. I think a Brawl and a Flynn. I'm not sure if I want this Ursula. I actually think I'm going to put away the Ursula as well. And just try and find Diablo plus an action. I guess I have the Brawl here, but I want to find a different action. A better action. I found better actions. So that's pretty good. So now we have what I kind of hope to do is ink Diablo, play Diablo, or sorry, ink, ink Diablo, play Diablo. We'll hopefully draw an inkable so that we can uh, ink Thievery, play Flynn, and we don't have to ink like the Sudden Chill or anything like that. All right. So yeah, said ink Diablo, play Diablo, take a look at our opponent's hand. Hercules looks like Emerald Steel with some Hercules or some Floodborne stuff. Like why else would you be playing Hercules and Jafar? Could be doing like the Megara. I've seen somebody at my locals plays the Megara, like kind of a Megara combo strategy with the card the Meg that untaps when you play a ooh, sweet. We drew an inkable. So yeah. We can go ahead and shift on the Diablo. Yes. Discarding the Thievery. We want to keep the Sudden Chill for now. And just ink the Flynn Rider. Play Flynn Rider. Quest. We're not going to sing Sudden Chill yet. And then we go ahead and get this. Ursula is kind of tempting. If I draw an inkable, I'll actually play that first. So if their play is, what do they have otherwise? They inked Mr. Arrow. What's their other turn 2 play? Hopefully it's not just like Sudden Chill. That would be pretty bad. Ursula. Okay, that's pretty good. So they take the Sudden Chill. That was a good kind of counter to what I'm doing. So there's Maui. Is Maui good enough? Probably, right? We have some things. So yeah, maybe we just ink this Ursula and play Prince John and quest out. We're gonna try again. I'm trying to play the new cards here. So draw Thievery, which is not very good, but that's fine. We have Flynn here, kind of being a nuisance. What would be my best? I guess Robin Hood would be my best draw. Yeah, on this exact turn. But yeah, they're in a little bit of a pickle here because again, Diablo is Diablo. Oh, so there's Ursula. That's also rough. They have the I'm Still Here, we know, in their hand. I don't think we saw anything else. Oh, there's the Sudden Chill. So now we can sing that. Oops, let's do it this way. I almost messed it up again. Sing Sudden Chill with Diablo. They're discarding. We get to draw from Prince John when they're done. Nice. Thievery, not very good. So ink that and just quest, I think. And I think just pass, unfortunately. Yeah, a little bit of an awkward situation. I don't think it's worth it to play this Thievery. Yeah. All right, there's another Diablo. So even if they remove this first one with Let the Storm Rage on or something, yeah, I'm really hoping they just don't have a busted steal action here with Ursula. Hmm. Kind of regretting putting away the Brawl because the ink, Mr. Arrow. Are they trying to do like the resist thing? Okay, so here's the Sudden Chill. We're definitely going to discard Thievery. And then they're making us discard again. I guess we could just discard the Diablo if they don't have an answer to this Diablo right now. What are the odds that they do the next turn? So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So there's the Jafar. They quest for 1. Ooh, Brawl. Do I want Brawl? We're definitely gonna quest. I think we have to quest with both, because, I mean, I guess they can draw off of the Jafar, but then I draw off of Diablo. Yeah, that's fine. We're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna ink the Brawl and pass, and really just try and see if this, Maui here can kind of get us into the game. So they discard off of, like, again, assuming they challenge into our Flynn Rider, they discard off of Flynn Rider's effect, but then they draw off of Jafar's. Sorry, so we actually get kind of 2-for-1 here. Since they have to, yeah, so they go neutral on cards, but we go up since they trigger both Prince John and Diablo. Unless, of course, they remove the Diablo before this. But, yeah. So yeah, they play I'm Still Here on their Jafar, I guess, to kind of make it super tanky and draw some cards, but we draw a bunch off of Diablo. Okay. They gave resist 2 to their Ursa. That makes sense. That's smart. That's smart. A Maui hero to all still kills that. But yeah, I'm thinking we're just gonna try and jam this this Maui half shark and see if they can take over the game. Come on, opponent, you can do it. Figure it out. Okay, playing Gogo, Tamago, and Calhoun. That's actually something that might get me to stop questing with Flynn Rider here. Okay, so they now have to discard. They discard I'm Still Here. We get this effect. We draw Robin Hood. Okay. Wait. How did they... How's my guy still alive? What did they challenge with? I'm so confused. Wait, what happened? Here comes this. Played Calhoun activates. Opponent. I'm Still Here. Opponent discards. I'm Still Here. But it doesn't say what they challenged with. Very interesting. All right. Don't think we're playing Hypnotize, so that's probably what we're inking. Yeah. Ink that. And here's the Maui. So they have one card in hand. Yeah, I think we're gonna quest with this. And quest with Flynn. Yeah. I could quest with Prince John, but that seems really bad here. Yeah, I think we're gonna not do that. I'm just gonna pass. We got a draw from Diablo. That gets that was kind of what I was hoping for, because that I think is gonna be a way for us to kind of get across the finish line somehow. Because that just gives us 3 lore from Maui, so we may not even have to challenge with Maui. We could just like use it to sing Pirate's Life, play Brawl, play we don't talk play we don't talk about Bruno, but we'll see kind of where we end up here. Because then what else is in our discard? We have Thievery. So you could challenge something. Oh, they take out so much stuff. So they take out the Maui, unfortunately. That's rough. And then they take out the Flynn. Yeah. Or they could take out the Diablo, I guess, if they really wanted to. They can't take out the Prince John, thank goodness. Yes, they take out Diablo. Are they just cheating? Wait, hold up. Why did you... Yeah. I think my opponent is just cheating. Yeah, they drew a card off of this somehow? Oh, because they challenge. Hold up. Yeah, I don't know how they triggered the Jafar. I guess it has a damage on it. They must have... Oh, they took out the Maui, the Diablo, and then they challenged the Flint. But somehow they did... Oh, because they were empty-handed. They were empty-handed, so they don't trigger the ability. Okay, there you go. I'm up to speed. All right. Yeah, we're just going to play these. I guess we could play Flynn. That doesn't seem as good as just inking it and playing Prince John. Because now, am I playing Pirate's Life or am I not? Am I playing Brawl? Might not. Yeah, actually, I'm going to play Prince John. And I could quest here. So if I quest to 14, they don't answer these. I quest with these. I go to 6. Yeah, actually, it's the same, right? Yeah, actually, it's the same. So I'm just going to do nothing. And hopefully they don't have a way to answer the Robin Hood. Yeah, if they don't have a way to answer the Robin Hood, I might be okay. One, two, three, 4, 5. So quest for 5, they go to 12. So that's not too threatening. I do have to do something next turn, definitely. Again, this Pirate's Life might help there. But yeah, I'm in a precarious situation after the killing of the Maui. I was really banking on that helping me out. Dang. Okay. Lawrence. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have a way to instantaneously gain lore, maybe? Because I quest with these. Yeah, I guess I quest with these, and I do that, and then... See, I think the play should be... We Bruno the Lawrence. I guess with Calhoun, it's better, but... Yeah, because they take out my character and gain lore. So yeah, maybe that's what we do. And they discard the Calhoun. Oh, right, we also get 2 draws from these. So you get draw. I don't think I'm playing these coves. I guess I'll play 1. I'll play 1. Oh, it played it. That's... Okay, that's fine. Put this into the inkwell. Add to inkwell. That was fine. I was planning on doing that anyways, but this interface is still messing me up. So now they need an answer to the Flynn Rider. They need to answer my board. And yeah, then if they don't do that, we quest with Flynn and we play Pirate's Life. Hello. Hi, dog. Hello. Yeah, because this is rough. Because now, yeah, we just haven't been able to deploy a Maui or even any of our thieveries. Do you even have? Yeah, we had these thieveries in our discard. Could have been possible that we should have been playing those. Yes, they go ahead and challenge and draw. Do they find the removal? 3 cards. But they've also played a bunch of stuff with the Ursula. Okay, so they play Sudden Chill. We discard the Maui. Oh, no, then they make me discard. Oh, that's insane. That's super rough. Oh. Yeesh. Wow, playing. Oh, and then they just had to let this. Why? Wait, what? Why did they just do that? Oh my god. All right. Well, I think now we definitely lost this game. Yes, they quest. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they have just enough. Bro. Yeah, cool. That's gonna do it. Yeah, we could brawl something like we could brawl the Ursula. We can't brawl the Lawrence, and it would do nothing. And then they would quest to 19 or something, and then they would just win. So, all right, cool. All right, and there you go. Excuse me. There you go. A couple of games with this deck. Some of I think it actually ended up about how I expected. You know, the deck when it's working well works really well. It all the cards kind of fuel into each other. So again, if you can play the Prince Johns and kind of get those discards running, then you can kind of land your Robin Hood safely, and then you just kind of snowball from there, playing your, we don't talk about Brunos, and playing your Diablos and stuff. So you know, I think the aggro opponent that we played had a really awkward draw, and same thing with our a Ruby Sapphire player, and then kind of had an interesting match against the Emerald Steel player, but with some unfortunate draws. And then if you notice, we didn't even really get to land the Maui, which was my kind of concern. Was unfortunately this deck is a little bit awkward with the cost of the deck and the uninkable counts, and just kind of the way that it tries to. A lot of the inkable cards are a little bit more expensive, like the Prince John and the Robin Hood, and you kind of can't afford to kind of not play those. But at the same time, our deck's not really fast enough, or doesn't really ramp, or doesn't do anything so that we can land the Maui safely. The big issue with this card, as I think everyone is realizing, is that it is a fairly slow card. It doesn't do anything the turn that it comes down, and it kind of takes a while to kind of get enough of enough value or enough benefit out of this card. Even the first challenge feels, I would imagine, again, I have yet to actually challenge, obviously, with like in this video with the Maui Shark, but even getting the first card off of it might not be enough. So yeah, I don't know if this is even going to be enough to make this deck more playable. Again, we won a couple of games with the Robin Hoods. Maybe it doesn't need it, and we should just kind of seeing what other new cards we can kind of implement. There's the Go-Go Tamago that might be a good 2-cost card. I don't know if there were any other actions that we could really make use of. So I guess there's the Heffalumps and Woozles. That card has been impressive for me in Emeralds. Maybe that's a card that you run, and that can kind of be a decent hit off of Robin Hood. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but yeah, definitely might not be realizing that this might not be the deck for Maui Half Shark. Definitely is maybe a better fit in other archetypes. That being said, Diablo still amazing. Prince John still amazing. Robin Hood when it's working, Robin Hood and Ursula when they're working, they do work. All right, that was cool how we got to pull off that double Pirate's Life against that aggro player and kind of bring them back down to no lore. So there's a lot of cool moments, but yeah, again, overall, trying to be very critical of this deck. As again, I think there are definitely some moments where it's a little bit awkward, or just not quite the best fit for Maui, and definitely some other things. I was going to mention the Thievery as well. Also feels very off in this deck, so I'm not even sure if I even want this card anymore. Maybe this should be the Heffalumps and Woozles. It feels so weird to say that card, but yeah, just my thoughts. Again, not a terrible deck, but I think there's definitely a lot of weaknesses of this deck that can be exploited. Again, as you saw from the Emerald Steel player that we played against. So, yeah. So, but still a fun deck to play. I'm hoping that Robin Hood Sharpshooter, a Robin Hood Sharpshooter deck, or a Maui Half Shark deck becomes kind of a dominant force in the meta at some point. I don't know if it's going to be now or next set, or somewhere between then. But yeah, that's my hope, because I really like Robin Hood. I have a lot of fun with it. I also really like Half Shark. I'm hoping that I'll pick up my copies and play a cool deck with it. So, all right, everyone, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember, like, comment, subscribe. And if there are decks that you're trying out that you want me to take a look at, happy to do so. Feel free to just DM me or leave them in the comments or whatever. And yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.